Oh, hi y'all. Um, what's going on here? I don't know if the music was even I don't know if the music was even playing, but here we are. Sorry about that, folks. The most important part is that we're here and we've got a lot to talk about. We've got so much to talk about. I'm actually so excited about today's podcast. I don't think I've been this hyped about a podcast in a long time. I am hyped. Are you guys hyped? I think Baron was on earlier, but we will continue the party here. Happy Hump Day, Lottie. Hello, Sonia. Hello, Joan. Hello, Mina. Hello, girl Lewis. Hello to everyone early in the chat. Veronica. Gwen. Thank you for joining early. Well, let's get to it because it's gonna be a long podcast. Some great news, some funny news. Oh my goodness. Harry was out supporting his friend and friend to all the squaddies, Jose Andreas, doing incredible work for those in need, honoring him. So I guess let's start with that. Let's start with that. Um, 1 moment. Let me just open up the apps. Just open up the apps. Harry's looking so good, isn't he? Harry's looking so good and fresh. Oh, okay, here we go. So, showing up for his bestie. One of his besties. At a recent Los Angeles event, Prince Harry made an appearance to honor chef and author Jose Andreas following the release of his new cookbook, Spain My Way. The publication has achieved New York Times bestseller status, and the Duke and Duchess are both #1 New York Times bestselling authors themselves. Through Archer Philanthropies, since 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan actively collaborate with his non-profit World Central Kitchen to fund and support international crisis relief efforts, including building relief centers. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Clap to that. Cheers to that. Much needed work and much deserved success. And congratulations and support to Chef Jose Andres, making a difference to so many people's lives. Adding absolutely nothing of value to anyone's life, the Rangers. Adding absolutely nothing of value. This, sorry, this image was created by the notorious JTB, who got a lovely surprise from Meghan. She sent him a box of goodies. The British tabloids are freaking out. I'm gonna play you the audio where he talks about this. But congratulations to the notorious JTB for getting that package. He works really hard, does amazing content. He does more short form content, but I feel like the OG squaddies, we like long form over here on YouTube, and we've been needing someone to really dominate the short form space for a while, and he does. And he does it with such humor, such class. I need to know what he used as a prompt to make this image. I mean, it looks like AI. But I need to know, like, oh, where did my image go? Where did it go? What happened there? Oh, what happened there? Give me a sec, folks. It seems to have suddenly just disappeared. I don't know if it's disappeared on your end. Okay. Yeah, I need to know what prompt was used. Because it's got like all the writing. lives online 24/7, doom scrolling. No job, no life, just rage. Diets on outrage, fueled by rage, jealousy, and insecurity complex. Obsessed of Harry and Meghan. Thinks about them 24/7. Hates that they're happy. Pity party champion. No self awareness, zero insight, all delusion, 100% bitter. I mean, where's the lie here? This is so brilliant. Makes up lies. Fan fiction masquerading as facts. Yes, eco. It sums them up perfectly. Like, I need to know the prompt that was used. Perpetually offended. Everything is an attack, especially the truth. And then they say things like, Meghan was an actress. Harry is a traitor. They hate the Queen. Oh, their daily goals are be angry, spread hate, feel superior, cry myself to sleep. Today's outrage agenda. Meghan wore shorts. Harry smiled wrong. Archie exists. Lilibet has hair. They breathed. All outrage all day. Oh, and their favourite box, How to Ruin a Royal Family. Spare me the truth. Harry, not my prince. Meghan, the devil in Dior. And look, they've even got the Deranger stickers. And the Deranger cup. Tears of Meghan haters. Hilarious. Oh my god. Absolutely hilarious. I mean, this is literally them. And they don't even see themselves this way, by the way. They don't see themselves this way. Okay, so Notorious caught the eye of the Daily Fail. Obviously, he has been critical of, the other members of the royal family and the institution, and rightly so. None of the criticism has been wrong. And so the Daily Fail were like, oh my god, look at Meghan's people sending one of Meghan's fans wine when they've been critical of the royal family. So they wrote this. Meghan Markle gifted, they're still calling her Meghan Markle, so Duchess Meghan, gifted a $300 care package to a superfan who has criticized Kate and William and spent hundreds of dollars on Duchess's wine. Okay, so he spent hundreds of dollars on wine from Meghan, and so what? And so what? Like, is this jealousy? He can afford wine instead of basic beer? Anyway, let's play the audio because the audio is hilarious. I hope I'm playing the right one because there's actually two audios here. I think it's this one. Give me a sec.
Is he actually more Duke of Cornwall or is he more Duke of Devon? Do you know what I mean by that?
I do know what you mean by that. Right. So he was asked.
No. I think it's this one.
Is he actually more Duke of Cornwall or is he more Duke of Devon?
Oh no, it's not that. Which one is it? Wait, give me a sec, folks. I think it hasn't actually loaded. One sec. Oh yeah. Technical glitches. Let's try this again. Let's try this one. And maybe it's this one. Or is it this one? Let's try this instead. Oh, sorry, folks. All right, it's just processing. Then we'll try that again. I'll read your comments while that is processing. If it will let me see your comments. Yeah. Notorious is everything, and he reads the derangers down for filth and with humor. He also does other American political commentary as well, by the way. So definitely just check him out on all the platforms. Yeah, exactly. It's his money. Why are the Daily Fail always pocket watching? Pocket watching for what? They need to be watching their pockets because they're about to go bankrupt, and rightly so. Yes, Harry with his swag. Wendy Loman. Okay, let's see if this has loaded now. Let's have a play of... Oh no, this isn't it, is it? What is going on?
Is he actually more Duke of Cornwall or is he...
No. Okay, folks, let's I don't know what's gone on here. I don't know what's gone on. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, if it's not gonna work now, I think I will just maybe leave it for the end of the podcast. So sorry about this. Could have sworn I downloaded it, but it doesn't seem to be working now. No. Okay. Sorry, folks. Do you know what? We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna come back to it because it's hilarious. We'll move on to something else though. We'll come back to this. I'm so sorry because I do actually want to play that. It's just being a bit funny right now. So again, in desperation, the Daily Fail went back 10 years, y'all. 10 years. And you know, if they had found this earlier, they would have played it. 10 years to find an interview where Meghan apparently says, I'm never going to sell you $100 candles. Mind you, she's not selling $100 candles. I think the candles are about $64. But they had to go all the way back 10 years and they found an interview where Meghan said this. I only had to go back 5 minutes to see new allegations about Andrew. But you went back a whole 10 years? I mean, I don't really know what they think they're trying to prove because all it says is that Meghan's not new to talking about lifestyle and home decor. She's true to it. She's not new to it. She's true to it. Like, she's been talking about this stuff. So I really don't know what they thought they were trying to prove. And this is the most scandalous thing that they have. Meghan made a comment about scandals, about candles that she wouldn't sell for $100. Mind you, I have to give the Daily Fail credit. Because the efforts and the lengths that they go through. You have to go back 10 years to find receipts. In 2016, apparently she said expensive candles were obnoxious. I mean, people change their minds. Oh my gosh. My gosh. And timing, incidentally, when Meghan brings out As Ever matches. Unfortunately, the candle box actually isn't sold individually, but I guess it's such a small item. They thought, okay, let's try it in bundles first. Pathetic behavior. Okay, next thing. Let's get on to some rather more important things. Let's have it. Ah, yes. Kensington Palace is in trouble. Because what is this? So, 5 police officers were removed from Kensington Palace after calling staffers little Hitlers. I mean, I guess you're not surprised, but it's just like, once again, this institution showing itself. And we were meant to believe that Meghan wasn't subjected to arism or bigotry. Anyway, over the weekend, the Mail had a curious story about Prince William, full of all kinds of criticism about his laziness, his drinking, his football obsession, and his continued friendship with Rose Hanbury and her husband, David Rock Savage. All of that was fascinating, and I love it when the Mail dares to criticize the heir. Buried within the same story, there were some weird tidbits around how William and Kate demand that their household staff and office staff stay far away, and staffers shouldn't have free reign of the Wells' many forever homes. Well, I don't know where this fits in, but 5 armed cops who were stationed at Kensington Palace have now been pushed out of royal protection work. The cops apparently remarked that KP was, quote, full of little Hitlers. Oh? A Met Police investigation was launched into allegations of misogynistic behaviour by its royalty and specialist protection officers. Aides banned them from royal residences after a female staff member at Kensington Palace complained of a string of inappropriate comments. One was said to have moaned that the West London Palace, where the Prince and Princess of Wales have a residence and office, was full of little Hitlers. Following a Met probe, the officers in the Royalty and Specialist Protection Unit were ordered to learn from their actions after their conduct was deemed not to reach the misconduct threshold. What do you mean it was deemed not to meet the misconduct? How much more misconduct do you need? That they were literally called little guy with a mustache in the 7th layer of hell. So clearly a lot of misconducting was going on. What do you mean a threshold? It didn't meet the threshold. If somebody calls you a little guy with a mustache, you must be doing something. Recently, senior royal household staff took the decision to stop them from in the future by removing their passes. Wills and Kate are said to have had no direct involvement in banning them, but were informed. Also, they were informed. What did they do? Did they do anything to comfort the staff that felt victimized? Gosh, what else goes on behind those palace walls, eh? You got staff running around acting like little Hitlers, apparently. You've got Andrew rolling around the floor with toddlers and unconscious women. The latest revelation follows allegations of officers in the RASP unit being caught sleeping on duty at Windsor Castle. Sleeping on duty at Windsor Castle? Well, no wonder you had that guy who managed to scale the fence and get in with a crossbow. Some 23 have been served misconduct notices, with 21 placed on restricted duties and 2 removed from palace deployments. Oh, well, they're not exactly hiring the best in the country, are they? And we're meant to believe that Harry would be safe, even if they gave him security? Even if they gave him armed security? I mean, they're not even protecting the current heir and his spares well, falling asleep on the job. And the king. How is this possible? Royal officers falling asleep on duty? 23 being served with misconduct notices? That is a hell of a security breach. The Kensington Palace female royal household staff worker first complained about the officers' misconduct in October 2024. She alleged they made inappropriate comments between August 2023 and September 2024. It is understood that one of the cops complained about Kensington Palace being full of little Hitlers when he was asked to move his kit. Another is said to have tried to befriend the female employee on Facebook, which she deemed inappropriate. A source told the Sun on Sunday comments from the officers were perceived as misogynistic, though the allegations were tame and none were sexual in nature. The officers were placed on restricted duty. The reported behaviour falls below the high standards expected of officers, particularly those in frontline protective roles. Wasn't there a story some time ago of some of the guards who were partying, taking cocaine, just doing all sorts? A decision was taken and the officers were not wanted back again. Oh dear. Yeah, they were very much not an Irish family. Like, miss me with that. Oh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's the whole organization, Joan Garcia. And also, why was the staffer asking a cop to remove his kit? I don't understand why was the staffer asking a cop to remove his kit for what? I mean, I'm not surprised there's tension between Kensington Palace staffers and Royal Protection officers. Because William and Kate's office is a joke. And I'm pretty sure some of those cops think it's a huge waste of time and resources to be stationed at Kensington Palace, while William and Kate hide away at Windsor anyway, doing nothing. I also wonder if we're being purposefully denied additional context about, you know, what else Kensington Palace staffers are doing or saying, which makes them little H's. I wonder what. A hell of a lot more is going to come out about this family. A hell of a lot more. Tyler Perry said it himself. If you knew the full extent of it, the full, I don't even think we know half. If you have clowns in a palace, all you have is a circus. All you have is a circus. Well, following on from that, Kate her little tour, little mini self tour in Italy, and then hasn't been seen since. So let's have a look at this. So Kate will have an event, her first in almost 3 weeks, with Charles. I think this was actually yesterday she had her event. But she has not been seen or heard of since her 2-day trip in Italy. The way they tried to make that 2-day trip sound like a 2-week trip. So 3 whole weeks since Kate did anything, anywhere. And no one in the British press has remarked about this because Kate, her out of nowhere, weeks-long disappearances, they're just so common. So Charles had to encourage Kate to leave her Windsor hidey hole and attend the London event. A cancer charity event, no less. Kate announced she was in remission at the beginning of last year. And she will stood along Charles, who continues to undergo treatment for his condition. You know, remember there was actually a period of time when they wouldn't allow Kate to attend any evening events for more than a year. After her 2024 disappearance, Kate was not welcomed at any evening reception or palace event where she could have worn a tiara. It was incredibly bizarre. In fact, even in the Squaddie space, I don't think we examined that quite enough. It was interesting. This also reminds me of, Buckingham Palace discussed when with Kate's cancer-free video. Apparently, Charles told a friend that there is no coincidence that the Middletons appear in that video, in the cancer-free video, the summer video that they did. Remember, they had the kids in it, and Camilla and Charles did not. I mean, considering how shady Camilla was showing up to that hospital multiple times when William only showed up once. Doesn't surprise me they were excluded. The shadiness and pettiness of this family. Yeah, Kate finally decided I should probably come out the house. And you know what? If she didn't come out the house, even for months, you know what would happen? Absolutely nothing. I doubt what the royals do these days barely registers, unless it's Andrew up to his shenanigans. I think they barely register on anybody's radar. Alrighty, next thing. William, let's have a look at this. This is a recent picture of Kate, by the way. I believe this was this was the event. There's some things that I'm just I've said for a long time on this channel that I just will not comment on. But a picture says 1,000 words, and you can comment on them if you want. I'm saying nothing. But I don't want to hear nobody in the British media, when the truth about what went on with Kate comes out, I don't want to hear no one say they didn't know what was going on with this lady. Because it is so obvious from this picture, and it's been obvious for a very long time, what's going on with this lady. You don't need to be a doctor to make the diagnosis. Now, William is still having a tantrum. We're still getting a leak about his incandescent mood swings and him wanting to boot Harry and Meghan out when he's king. That he's preparing to bring the curtain down when he becomes king. And he'll do it with great pleasure. What's also strange is that they're trying to link William selling 20% of the duchy to Harry and Meghan like this is some kind of blow. Harry and Meghan don't need that money. So why is that link being made? And, you know, when has William ever played nice? And again, I ask, where is the outrage for Prince Andrew? If the reports are true, the royals need to sort out their priorities. Apparently, the moment William gets control, whether that's officially taking the throne or just finally getting Charles to come around to seeing his way and booting them out, the curtain's going to come down on Harry and Meghan. William will do it with great pleasure. What exactly is William going to do? What exactly is he going to do? You know what? He probably will try and take their titles, and I think William knows that he'll have to take Andrew's titles too. Because people will ask, well, if you're taking Harry and Meghan's titles, why aren't you taking Andrew's titles? But the thing about that is you open up a can of worms, right? And the anti-monarchists are going to be watching that with bated breath. And people will just start asking questions like, okay, you want Harry and Meghan to be out of the line of succession. You want them to, you know, lose their titles. But there's more important things than that. If the first thing that William is going to do when he's king is just act out of pettiness, I think some people are going to be looking at that and saying, what is this guy doing? Anyway, like I said, anything that William tries to do is seriously going to backfire. I mean, it's been backfiring. He's been throwing a tantrum for some time. And if all he's concerned about is being an angry, vengeful king, it's going to be a wild kingship. I think William will drive himself crazy trying to get revenge on Harry and Meghan. If he hasn't already driven himself crazy, to be honest. I think he's already driving himself crazy. And again, I ask, other than us, you know, removing the titles, which in the wider scope of things really doesn't mean much, what is William going to do? Harry and Meghan are financially independent and living in the United States. Somebody please tell me in the comment section what William plans on doing. Because I guess you could say, oh, it's cruel for William to remove, or attempt to remove Harry and Meghan's titles, attempt perhaps even to remove Harry and his kids from the line of succession. But people are growing tired of the monarchy anyway. It's like, in my humble opinion, it's like you hate someone, but you're giving them a lifeboat to get off the sinking ship and miss the iceberg. So yeah, it's vindictive and petty, but I'm sorry, the monarchy is self-imploding. So I don't know what William even thinks he's doing at this point. It's a one-sided battle. I also wouldn't be surprised if William is, if he is delusional enough to think that Harry and Meghan's marriage will end. I actually think a huge part of breaking up Harry and Meghan's marriage would have been to make it easier for William and Kate to break up. Because if Harry and Meghan divorce first, then that can be the focus. But that's not going to happen. And I think that's also really pissed William off. You know, I think that's also why there's always been a push for Harry to leave Meghan and the kids and not have Meghan come back with Harry. Tut, tut, tut. Also, I'm interested to know what even is William's goals, purpose, agenda for the monarchy beyond his own petty vindictive plans. I haven't heard anything. I mean, I guess he's doing his, what do you call it? The social housing. I don't know what else his plans are beyond his petty vindictiveness. That's all I ever hear about. Right. Boot people out who have already left. The whole media narrative is actually very confusing. How can you boot people out that aren't? You can't make it up. It's like sometimes, like I know I've said it once, but it's like I say it again, and then it sounds even more ridiculous the second time. It's like, get out of my house. I've already left. Get out of my house. I've already left. Harry and Meghan quit my god, I'm so sorry, folks. I have no idea what happened. It seems to have kicked me out. That is so annoying. Oh, I swear. Do you know what? It's ever since StreamYard was taken over by a new company, and ever since it's not been the same. It's like the whole layout, everything just changed, and it's just not been the same. It's been heavier. It moves slower on the back end. Very annoying. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know how long. I don't know how long that was out. So sorry about that. Just give me one moment. Oh gosh, what is wrong with this? I think I'm gonna have to. I think I might have to just like offload some of my laptop, because I think that might make it, you know, move a little bit slower. So sorry about that. Give me one sec, folks. I'm gonna try and do something. Oi. Technology, eh? Okay. All right. Hopefully that didn't cut out for too long. But you can all hear me now, right? You can hear me now, right? Just confirm. You should be able to hear me. I can see the green light on. Totally, you're so tired of hearing about them damn titles. Well, when William becomes king, get ready. You'll hear about them more. I actually think William is stupid enough to start the process of removing the titles. And then it's going to be a whole summer and winter of removing the titles. God help us all. I'll be here reporting. I'll be here reporting on William being ridiculous as king. Tomorrow's his birthday. Yes, it is. Okay. So very sorry about that, folks. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Next thing. What was it I wanted to talk about? Oh yes, I actually forgot to show you the slide. And they were talking about going all the way back 10 years to find a story about Meghan and her candles. And yet here we are. They're forgetting about this. So many things that have come out about Andrew literally came out 5 minutes ago. Literally came out 5 minutes ago. And you want to distract us with nonsense? We're not distracted. We are not distracted. They do a very good job of hiding stories. Like the whole thing with Peter Mandelson, that went away real quick. And they'll just bombard you with other things so that you forget about the main thing that happened. But they'll go back 10 years. Okay, I think the audio that I wanted to play of Notorious is finally going to load. So sorry, folks. This has been a very glitchy podcast. Oh, yes. I think it's finally going to load. Let's have a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you I have become an international incident. Daily Fail. Is this about little old me? Apparently, the Daily Fail has decided that a guy making TikToks and Instagram posts from America is now worthy of royal investigation. Me, a random content creator with a phone, opinions, and entirely too much time.
And doesn't it tell you how threatened they are and threatened they feel? Mind you, Rebecca at Duchess of Success of Sussex Instagram page had she was nearing almost 600,000 followers on her Instagram before her page got taken down. I think it was like a copyright claim or something on a photo. It's happened before to her. It happened on the Colombia tour. When you get to a page that big, you've got to be very careful. But I'm still very suspicious. I had my page reported at one point, my Instagram page, for, I think it was like sexual misconduct or something like that. So weird. And I appealed it because I hadn't posted anything of such ridiculous allegation, and they, gave me my channel back. But when it's a picture copyright, that can sometimes take up to a month. And so she's still battling, trying to get her page back, because a lot of these Squaddie pages, they're now getting more followers and views than the mainstream media pages. And that really scares them, because part of the narrative has always been that Harry and Meghan don't have fans and supporters.
Discussing royal drama between workouts and dinner reservations. According to this headline, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, sent a gift package to a superfan who has criticized William and Kate and bought her wine. I think they're talking about moi. Because if they are, I have to admit, I'm thoroughly amused. Imagine being a major British tabloid and assigning reporters to track down what showed up at my front door. I thought...
And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they literally sent Jan Moir to his front door, because they sent Jan Moir 12 hours to LA, 12 hours back to look at Meghan's jam. So would I be surprised if someone tried to show up at his door? No. These are the same people who sent private investigators to try and get Meghan's national security number in the US. I think we should crowdfund to get our friend here some some security or a new ring cam. Just in case Jam Moir shows up at his house. That's how crazy the Daily Fail is. Oh my god.
I thought Meghan was supposed to be irrelevant. I thought nobody cared. Yet somehow we're now treating a gift like it was the crown jewels. The funniest part of this dramatic wording: spent hundreds of dollars on Meghan's wine. Yes, that's generally how buying wine works. You spend money and receive wine. It's just that delicious. You know, this isn't exactly a breaking scandal. It's called being a customer. Now they'll be reporting that someone who shops at Nike owns sneakers. The level of investigation is incredible. I make social media content for fun. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a politician. I'm not a royal correspondent. I'm literally a guy on the internet who talks too much and somehow ended up in a Daily Fail headline. At this point, I expect paparazzi lurking behind the cereal aisle the next time I go grocery shopping. If this is what qualifies as international news in 2026, business must be a little slow over at the Daily Fail. Getting a headline by the Daily Fail might be the most British honor I've ever received. And that's the read. If you like your tea hot, share it, save your seat, and follow for more. This is the Notorious JTB, notoriously opinionated, signing out.
I mean, he's not lying either. You know they're going to send someone into that cereal aisle. They're going to send Jam Moir to be lurking around in the cereal aisle. In a red wig. I mean, you can't make it up. Alright, congratulations to JTB. I hope he enjoyed his hamper. Well deserved. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, friend Harry and Meghan's, Serena's gone back to the court, y'all. She apparently has been in the testing pool for about 6 months, which is mandatory if you're going to go back to majors. And she's going back to the court. Can't wait. I mean, Venus is still playing. So good luck to her. I wonder if we'll see Meghan back at her first game. Yeah, Wendy, the UK media have lost control. They know people are seeing past the BS. And they know that the trolls' tantrums don't matter anymore. Veronica, you said, they took my Instagram down and I've been trying to get mine back. Yeah. It's a nightmare when they do that because you've got to appeal and yeah. Oh, can I also say thank you to, who was it that sent me coffees the other day? Who was that? That was Anne Ho. You sent me 6 coffees. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And thank you, Church Nelly, for being a member for 43 months. Appreciate you, Church Nelly. And appreciate everyone just for showing up. All right, let's just wrap up with your comments. Church Nelly, you said you still haven't had any of the candles. Well, apparently the scent throw is so good that you don't even have to light them to enjoy the scent. A really good trick. You can actually get these candle warmers. We put candle on the warmer and it slowly releases the fragrance. So it gives you like more time for your candle. But I've heard over and over again how Megan's candles have an incredible scent throw. Even when they're not burning. All right. I think I will leave things there. Thank you so much, folks. So sorry the podcast was so glitchy. You said candle warmers. I'm getting them. Yeah, apparently there's candle warmers. All right, folks. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you as always. Ciao.